it's Kathleen from Old World Farmhouse. I have been doing a lot of work on my personal style over the past year or so, and I've documented a lot of it on my channel, but I thought that I would just really quick pull out the 10 tips I've got for you from what I've learned so far, like in the past year and a half or so, things that have helped me to really define and find my personal style. I've been having a lot of fun. I've always been interested in fashion and clothes. I feel like just this past year and a half, I've been doing a lot of thinking and stuff, and I have found I'm getting closer to really liking what I wear all the time. The closest I've ever been in my entire life. So I wanted to share with you my top 10 tips so far for how to find your own personal style. Number one is do a 10-item wardrobe experiment. So the 10-item wardrobe, I have quite a few videos on it, a whole playlist. It's an idea that originated with Jennifer L. Scott of the Daily Connoisseur blog and YouTube channel. And it was inspired by the time she spent in France, where she noticed how French people don't seem to have very many clothes, and they wear the same clothes in heavy rotation all the time. And I can attest to the veracity of this. I worked in France in the schools, and I worked with one lady in particular stands out in my mind. She was very lovely, very professional, excellent teacher, and she would wear the same outfit 3 out of 5 days of the week sometimes. I remember sort of like my goggling at that. I couldn't believe it because it was something I'd read about, but then to really notice in real life that people did actually do this was amazing. I never quite got to the point where I felt comfortable wearing the same outfit 3 days in the same week, but I did try to repeat more just based on her example. She was so chic and lovely, and it seemed to be this one outfit that she really liked. It was like this black skirt and shirt combo. It was very classy, and she just liked it. She wore it a lot. So it is really true. And also when I lived in Spain, I did notice the same thing as well. There's just less clothing. Less clothing is worn. Wear the same thing over and over again. But anyway, all that is to say, I digress. If you try to do the 10-item wardrobe experiment for yourself, like just say for a month, you might notice that you don't even wear, it might be easier than you think. So I really highly suggest that you do either read about it in Jennifer's books, or look at her videos about how to do it, or look at mine, or look at a combination and just give it a go, because that's probably the number one way that I have discovered more about my own style. But I do have some other ideas, and these are in no particular order. You could do all of them, you could do none of them, you could do one of them. I'm not saying do all of them. But I have done actually all of them, and they've all helped a lot. So number two is purge your wardrobe of things that you don't like. Kind of like Marie Kondo style. Like, does it spark joy? Yes or no? Hold it in your hand, and if it doesn't, just get rid of it. I know it's hard. Sometimes you're like, maybe I won't have anything left to wear. I'll regret getting rid of that because I can't replace it right now, even though it's not 100% perfect. But this might be iterative. Like the first time I did this, I got rid of maybe 4 or 5 bags of things that I just didn't wear anymore. They didn't fit, or they were for a younger version of myself that is gone forever, alas. But I didn't miss any of those clothes, and I still had plenty to wear. And then recently, like this week, I actually went through my clothes again, and I got rid of some more things, including some pajamas that are winter that I thought, well, I don't have replacements for these. It's not the winter season. When winter comes, I will think about it then. I'm not going to worry about it because they're worn out. And do I feel like I have the money to replace them right now? No, but I feel like something's going to come along. So I just went ahead and put them in the giveaway pile as well. Number 3, start a style board on Pinterest. Mine is now public. It was secret for a long time, but if you want to go look at mine, you can see it. It's on my Old World House handle. Old World Farmhouse was too long for Pinterest, so it's Old World House. You can see my style board, but just get on there and pin a bunch of images that you like. Spend a week. Don't just do it all in one day, because your mood can change from day to day, I have found, and you might like something one day that you wouldn't like another day. But if you do this for like, let's say a week, or, ideally sort of long term, you will start to see very quickly patterns with what you like and what you don't like as far as silhouettes. Like I find myself pinning over and over and over these full skirts with like a fitted top over and over and over again. It's a silhouette I really like. Did I know that before I did this Pinterest board? No, I didn't really know that. Another tip, and this is for colors and finding your style, look at the veins in your wrist. Do they look more blue or do they look more green? And now, if they look more blue, probably cooler colors are more complementary to you. Cooler colors like cool blue, navy blue. If they are more greenish looking, it probably is true that warmer colors favor you more. That is a really general rule of thumb. And of course, there's a ton of stuff on color, color and dressing the right color for your skin tone that you can get into. And you can really go down a rabbit hole with that. But just really quick, I found that to be really useful. Like my veins are blue, and I do find that cooler tones look better on me. They seem to do better for me. Start a style notebook and write it down in your style notebook. What colors do you like? I did this and I noticed, to my surprise, that I love navy blue and I love all kinds of greens. And I don't really like to wear a lot of reds and pinks. They make me feel very warm. So I do gravitate towards those greens and blues, which is something I didn't realize until I kind of notated down what I really loved from my own clothing. And just kind of, there's all kinds of things you can put in a style notebook, but note down your colors. Note down things you'd like to get for your wardrobe, pieces that you would like to have. If you do a 10-item wardrobe season by season, write down what your 10-item wardrobe was for like the spring. And then at the end of the spring, make some notes about what you really loved wearing and what maybe didn't work so well out of your 10-item wardrobe. And then once you have a few seasons like that, you can look back and really start to get some insights. So number 6, read a book on personal style. They're really fun. I have a couple favorites that I will recommend and I will link down below. One is the Curated Closet. I learned a lot from reading that book. That is a very involved book and you can really get into doing her whole system, and it's a lot. Or you can just skim it for some lighter, more global insights. But either way, it's a great book. Another one that I love is The Lucky Guide to Mastering Any Style. That is a fantastic book, and it'll help you start to get some labels and names for the type of styles that you like. It's a great book. I will link that down below. Dress Like a Parisian is another one that I love. It's by a Parisian fashion writer named Aloise Guinet, I think. It's a great book, especially if you find yourself drawn to the French style, or even if you think you do. Once you read her book, you get a more nuanced idea of what that actually means. It's a really fun read. So I'll link all those down below. Another one I loved from when I was a kid that I used to check out from the library was called Cheap Chic. It's a 70s era style manual. It's still available. You can find it pretty easily, and it's also a lot of fun. It has some really, timeless tips. Take pictures or little videos, like in the mirror. You can go to a mirror and put your camera and then you can get a picture of yourself or a video. Do that for a week, like every day, and then just look back and notice like what looked particularly good. What were some common themes in what you're wearing? What was something maybe you really didn't like that you thought you did, but you're like, oh, that's not as flattering as I thought. I feel like I have learned a lot from just filming my outfits, especially from the back. Always check yourself from the back. How does it look from the back? How does it look from the side? Sometimes we get a funny idea of how things look because we get such a limited view just in the mirror. Like in my room, for example, I don't even have a full-length mirror in here. I always have to go to my daughter's room if I want to get a full length. Look at the labels in your clothes and notice, are there any particular stores that you really like that you love to shop at? Maybe you already know, but maybe it'll surprise you if you look at your labels. Maybe you think you really like one store, but actually most of your clothes are from the other store. So it can be, it's a little insight. And this kind of goes back to taking pictures. Notice what outfits you love the most. is there a common theme with the outfits that you just love the most? Like I know for me, I have noticed over time that I love pencil skirts, and I love pencil skirts with like a button-down shirt on top and then untucked in the back, and that's an outfit that I always feel good in. The last tip is start with your underpinnings. So years ago when I was a child, again, I remember seeing an Oprah Winfrey show where she talked about the importance of your foundations, meaning like get bras that fit really well, shapewear or tights if you're wearing tights, because those are really the foundations of your outfit. Now, a store near me where they do bra fittings, professional bra fittings, and just get some advice because I feel like it's been a while and I just need to get refitted. So I would highly recommend, and hopefully I'll be able to vlog about that on my channel, but I would highly recommend doing that in person if you can. This particular shop I haven't been there, but it's been highly recommended, and so I'm really excited to go. But also sometimes at department stores, they have someone who knows how to do a fitting. I would suggest asking before you go, before you just show up. Also, there's some online places to buy lingerie that do like virtual fittings, and I've had some luck with those as well, although the last time I did it, even though I measured correctly and everything, and then when I ordered some things, they still didn't fit right. So that's why this time I'm going to try to go in person. Line things, I will link below a couple of shops that I know of that have a pretty good online fitting. So those are my 10 tips for finding your personal style. I hope that you take some of these and can use these tips to find your own personal style and enjoy your clothes and sort of elevate that part of your life. I hope that you check out my 10-item wardrobe playlist and my thrifted and vintage and made in USA fashion playlist as well. Tips helped you, and I will see you again next week. Take care for now. Bye-bye.